Hi there, it's Liam from Element Technology, and today I thought I would give you a bit of an overview of some of the best tablets for early 2017. So without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so I've got them all on in Google Chrome tabs as well, like all the different tablets. So alright, so the first one that we've got here is the iPad Pro 9.7. As you can see here, it comes in two sizes. So you've got the 12.9 inch one and the 9.7 inch one. Now, the main difference between the two tablets is the larger 12.9 inch version has got 4 gigabytes of RAM compared to 2 in the 9.7 inch version, and it's got obviously a bigger display, but the 12.9 inch doesn't have True Tone display, or it's only, I think, yeah, so it's got an 8 megapixel camera instead of the 12 megapixel found on the smaller iPad Pro. Both of them come with Smart Keyboard and Apple Pencil support, for which does really come in handy for taking notes and typing, or using your iPad as a laptop replacement. So the iPad Pro 9.7's got a resolution of 2048 by 1536 pixels. And obviously the 12.9 inch version's got more pixels. So in the smaller 9.7 inch one, we've got a True Tone display, which basically adapts depending on the lighting in the room. Like when you hold up like an A4 piece of paper, how it sort of changes colour. It's meant to be better for your eyes too. It's an advance on Night Shift, which came in iOS 9.3. And so yeah, like I said, it's meant to be good for your eyes. It says it uses advanced 4-channel ambient light sensors to automatically adapt the colour and intensity of the display to match the light in your environment. So that's what I'm saying, basically. So let's just say if you walk inside, you've got a light switched on, it will adapt, and then you walk outside and it will change again. Now, both iPad Pros have got 4 speakers, so 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom for stereo sound. I haven't actually heard these speakers in person, but I've heard they're very, very good. So both iPad Pros have got the A9X chip, which is meant to keep up with a desktop computer, along with an M9 Motion coprocessor. And with all that power, they didn't compromise on battery life either, because you get up to 10 hours, which is really quite good. So the iPad Pro offers up to double the graphics performance of the iPad Air 2, which means it can render incredible detailed visuals, fluid animations, and effects so real you'll lose yourself. Oh, they always just say that though, make it sound real good, but it's a really, really powerful device. So these are some of the apps that are optimized for the iPad Pro. So you've got AutoCAD 360, you've got, that's a game, AG Drive, you've got GarageBand, you've got Concepts, and you've got Canva, which is a graphic design application. So here's a smart keyboard that you can get with both models. The one for the 9.7 inch is going to be smaller, obviously. And it connects using the smart connector on the side of the iPad Pro. So that means that you don't need Bluetooth, or you don't need to charge the keyboard, which is really good. Now the Apple Pencil, to charge it, you plug it into the bottom of your iPad, into the lightning port. And I think you get like a 15-minute charge in 30 seconds or something. So it's sensitive to both tilt and pressure. Yeah, it's expensive, but let's see what else we've got here. So it's just 6.1 millimeters thin and weighs just 437 grams. I think that's about it, actually. And the Apple's actually claiming that the iPad Pro can be your computer, which, look, if you do what I do with a computer, which is YouTube, emailing, surfing the internet. You could get away with making a few videos because you've got iMovie and stuff there too. An iPad Pro would possibly replace your computer, but if you're doing high-end video editing or photo editing or stuff like that, stick to a computer. Or gaming too. You're going to want a computer for gaming. Alright, so next up on the list, we've got the Samsung Galaxy Tab S2. And basically it's designed to compete with the iPad. Comes in two sizes. You've got the 9.7 inch version, like the iPad Pro, and you've got the 8.0 version. So it's got a Super AMOLED screen, which again is designed to compete with the iPad's Retina display. 4:3 aspect ratio. 4:3 aspect ratio. It's just 5.6 millimeters thin. And like I said, it comes in two sizes. So the the 8-inch version's going to be more portable than the bigger 9.7-inch one. But the 9.7-inch is going to be good for watching videos and playing games, I guess, too, would be good. You get Microsoft Office, so Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, and OneDrive. And it's also got this optional keyboard accessory too, which, funnily enough, it's got a trackpad. Because Android does, you can use a trackpad with Android, which you can't do with iOS. But like, I would just use my finger. I don't see the point of having a trackpad. But that keyboard, I'm not sure how much the keyboard costs, but it looks really good. So I'm not too sure about. Oh, here we are. So it's got an Exynos 5433 1.9 GHz quad-core processor, 3 GB of RAM, and 32 or 64 GB of storage with micro SD expansion up to 128 gigs. So that's the Galaxy Tab S2. Now we're going to move on to the Galaxy Tab Pro S. A bit of a mouthful there. Wait for it to load. So the interesting thing about this tablet, again, it's designed to compete with the iPad Pro and the Microsoft Surface Pro 4. However, unlike the iPad Pro, it's running a full desktop operating system, Windows 10, which, as you know, you can install programs like AutoCAD, Photoshop, full Photoshop, not the mobile version. So, look, if I was in the market for a computer replacement, I would get this over the iPad Pro, just because it's running, like I said, a full desktop operating system, and it's plus you get the keyboard with it too, unlike the iPad Pro, which you could get the keyboard separately. So it weighs just 693 grams and is 6.3 millimeters thin. That's the tablet part. Obviously, the keyboard's going to add on a bit of thickness. You can either get the keyboard in white or black. It's a full HD plus Super AMOLED display, 12 inches. And I find 12 inches is quite a good size for a computer too. Like a 15-inch, it's more of a desk computer. It's not real portable, but a 12-inch, it's just really portable. So now again, like the Surface Pro 4 and the iPad Pro, you can actually remove the tablet portion from the keyboard and use it as a standalone device, or you can attach the keyboard and use it as a laptop, as demonstrated here. So that's if you slide this across, you can see you've got the keyboard, you're running full Office, not the mobile versions. Then if you slide in back over, you can see you've got the tablet. And good thing about Windows 10 is that basically if you've got a 2-in-1 device and you remove the keyboard, Windows 10 will default to a mobile interface, and when you attach the keyboard, it will default to a desktop interface. Now you've got Intel Core M processors, which they're not the most powerful processors, but they're fine for, like I said, YouTube, and I wouldn't be doing any video editing and stuff like that with it, but for, yeah, basic tasks, it would be fine. You get up to 10.5 hours of battery life, and it just takes 2.5 hours to charge the device. Yeah, that's the keyboard there. Similar to the iPad Pro 2, instead of using Bluetooth, it connects with the DOT system. I'm not sure what Samsung calls it, but so basically you get the tablet, you pop it in there, and you're instantly connected, and you've got the keyboard, you've got the trackpad, and it just works. Now, another good thing about this tablet too is if you've got a Samsung Galaxy S7 smartphone, you can use that fingerprint sensor to unlock the laptop, or you can use it to unlock the device. So that's really good too. You can stream games from your Xbox One and play them on your tablet. So say if someone else is using the TV, you can play games on your Tab Pro S. You've got all the flexibility of Windows 10 and all the apps that come along with it, both mobile and desktop. So you get a 5,200 milliamp hour battery, which equivalents to 10.5 hours. You get a 128 gigabyte solid state drive, and the keyboard cover's included, like I said, so that's really good. Now you can get it from Optus with the cellular connection. You can get it at Harvey Norman or JB Hi-Fi, and that's here in Australia. I'm not too sure about overseas, but yeah. Okay, last up we've got the Google Pixel C, which is Google's own tablet. Now, I don't have a lot to say about this tablet because it's nothing special. It's just Google's own take on a laptop replacement. So you've got a 10.2 inch display at 308 pixels per inch, an NVIDIA quad-core processor. You've got Android Nougat, which you can run 2 apps side by side now. It's constructed using aluminium instead of plastic like found on the Samsung tablets. It's just 7mm thin, and you've got a keyboard cover too, like the Surface Pro 4 and the Samsung Tab Pro S. However, the difference between this tablet here and the Galaxy Tab Pro S is this tablet here is running a mobile operating system, whereas the Tab Pro S is running Windows 10, which, as you know, is a desktop operating system. So it uses USB Type-C. You can get some accessories with it too, like chargers and cases and stuff. Okay guys, so that is some of the best tablets for early 2017. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching.